Hey everyone, I am here chatting with Allison Chisolm today, who is an amazing copywriter and she works with executives on their marketing and their brand messaging. Specifically, she loves to work with exiting executives who have really good stories to tell. And today we are talking about strategic internal communications. So, good internal communication isn't just about making sure that the employees actually know what's going on, but it's really about making them feel like they're connected to the bigger picture. So, one big thing that Allison loves to talk about is how to make sure that the communications are really there to engage and retain your employees. So, Allison, the floor is yours.
So I am passionate about internal communications because I really feel that a lot of companies overlook the opportunity to help engage their employees on not just what their day-to-day work needs to be, but why they do it. How is the work they do actually connected to the mission and vision of the company? There are plenty of things that employees hear about benefits, and it's great to offer your employees benefits, and it's important to let them know about what they are so they can use them. But there's so much more to tell, to share with employees about the stories of the company, because ultimately, if you don't share why your company is doing what it's doing, what its goals are, what it's trying to accomplish, your employees really don't know if you don't tell them. And one of the reasons I say it's strategic internal communications is because the strategy of what and how you share information with your employees is actually a way of equipping them to be ambassadors for the company. They may not have sales in their title, but they are members of the community. And what you share with them about what the company is trying to accomplish is what they're going to share with their friends and neighbors. And that's really important in perception management for any company. And I just think too many companies are missing out on this opportunity to keep their employees informed in ways that may go beyond what they typically expect. So that is why I think it's just so important to focus on internal communications. It's a missed opportunity if you don't.
So, when you're working with a company on their internal communications, how much of it is the words and how much of it is the visuals?
Oh, it's both. The choice of topic is very important. That's the strategic part, but the visuals really tell the story. Um, Often you're going to be using this information, ideally in a newsletter, but on the intranet, on social media, even in onboarding materials, and the visuals tell a story of their own. And that's going to help employees understand in another way the point that you're trying to make. You as the executive trying to share why you want the company to achieve in this particular area that of specialty. So I love having visuals to go with every story. I never really want to have one that's just words. Much as I love words, the visuals are absolutely critical to getting the point across of what you're trying to share.
Right. And you and I have talked about it plenty of times where a lot of times people are just going to skim through the words. So, from my perspective, I need to make sure that the visuals are telling the story that you're writing about. So, if they don't read, they can still kind of figure out what's going on.
And ideally, the image is so compelling that they can't wait to read about it.
Exactly.
I wrote a story about an employee once who saw someone, it was out in the parking lot leaving a meeting, and someone collapsed on the ground in the parking lot. And he administered CPR. He knew that he had had the right training, but made sure people called for medical assistance. And he literally saved this woman's life. So we did not have any images of what was going on in the parking lot. No one thought to try and record that. But what we did have was an image of the employee in the state house receiving an award for saving this woman's life. And
Yep.
so if there's someone's getting an award and you can actually recognize some state level elected officials, you just might stop and say, what's that? Why is my friend, the employee, in this picture in the state house?
Yep.
So it really helped to at least reinforce the end of the story, even though we couldn't illustrate the beginning of it. the words had to do that work.
That is fair. It's a win-win at the end of it, though.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome. So if anybody wants to learn more or realizes, hey, we need a little help with this, how can they get in touch with you?
Best way to reach me is email. I love getting email. Believe it or not, I still do. And you can address it to chisholm@choicewordsonline.com. Or you can check out our website at choicewordsonline.com and fill out the contact form. Always happy to walk people through the process that I use to first find out from the employees what they do and don't know about the company, undertake a survey, and then start working out a strategy that makes sense for that company and that company's goals.
Awesome. And all that information will be in the bio for people.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.